Like, this estate donated 4 crates of documents last month.
Nobody's cataloged them since 1962.
Salem estate.
Documents from
That locked chest in the corner. The donation paperwork listed as merchant records unexamined.
The lock's rusted solid. I'll need the small pry bar from the toolkit.
Almost there. It's moving. There, it's open. David, look at this, a full ledger, leather-bound, still intact.
Amazing.
I can't believe it.
Whose ledger? Is there a name on the cover?
Josiah Whitmore, merchant, Salem, 1691 to 1693. That's exactly the period of the witch trials.
A merchant's business ledger from that exact window? That could be incredibly valuable historically.
Let's see what he actually recorded. Get the archival gloves, this needs careful handling. David, this isn't just business transactions. There are names here, cross-referenced with dates and property values.
Property values?
Exactly. And look at this pattern. Every seized property on this list was later purchased by the same buyer.
Who's the buyer?
Josiah Whitmore himself. He's tracking his own acquisitions, disguised as a simple business ledger.
So he profited directly from the accusations. That's not new information. Several merchants benefited from the trials.
It's what comes next that's new.
Paid for testimony, arranged in advance. That's not religious hysteria, Rebecca. That's a paid, premeditated conspiracy.
We need to see if this pattern repeats. Every major seizure, cross-referenced against paid testimony entries.
Rebecca, I count 11 separate entries matching paid witnesses to specific accusations, all tied to properties Whitmore later acquired. Rebecca, I count 11 separate entries matching paid witnesses to specific accusations, all tied to properties Whitmore later acquired.
Call her immediately. If this ledger is genuine, it changes how an entire chapter of American history gets taught. Rebecca, David told me about a ledger implicating paid testimony. I need to examine the paper and ink myself before we go further.
Well-preserved isn't necessarily suspicious if it was stored properly for 3 centuries. Let's not assume forgery before testing.
The ink composition is consistent with period-accurate iron gall ink.
The paper shows appropriate aging and
Preliminarily, yes. I'll need laboratory confirmation, but nothing here suggests forgery. This appears to be a genuine period document.
Then the 11 documented cases of paid testimony are real historical evidence, not speculation. If confirmed,
we should cross-reference Whitmore's other business dealings. If he did this once, there might be a broader network involved.
Good instinct. Let's pull property transfer records. Property transfers from 1691 to 1693?
That's extensive, but I can pull them.
we need transfers involving just
Give me a moment. These deed books haven't been digitized, so this will take some manual searching.
Here we are. Whitmore acquired 7 properties during this exact window, all previously owned by individuals executed or imprisoned for witch.
Henry, do these deed books show any co-signers or witnesses on Whitmore's
Property transfers. Let me check.
Yes, actually,
Osborne wasn't just a paid witness. He was also legally witnessing Whitmore's property acquisitions. That's an extremely tight, coordinated relationship.
This wasn't random opportunism, Henry. This looks like a deliberate, ongoing partnership exploiting the trials for financial gain.
if we can establish this pattern conclusively, it fundamentally changes how historians discuss economic motives behind Salem's accusations. Maybe he never expected anyone to find it, or connect the margin notes to the broader pattern. People rarely believe they'll get caught.
Yeah? David, Margaret, look at this final entry. It's dated after the trials officially ended.
What does it say?
May God forgive what coin has purchased. I did not know it would go this far. That reads like genuine remorse, not calculated criminal record-keeping.
So Whitmore started this deliberately for profit, but the human...
History rarely gives us purely calculating villains or purely innocent bystanders. This is more complicated and more human than either extreme. We have enough now to present formally to the American Historical Association. This deserves rigorous peer review before wider publication.
What happens to the ledger itself now?
Proper conservation, then eventual public exhibition, alongside full documentation of everything we've found here. 330 years of assuming pure religious hysteria, and it turns out greed wrote just as many pages of this story as fear did. Perhaps that's the more uncomfortable truth people actually need to hear.